The series, which premiered in 1964, has kept a magical hold on fans ever since its debut 60 years after Bewitched premiered. Find out what happened to the actors portraying Endora, Tabitha and more. So today, in this video, you will see how have the actors of the movie Bewitched changed. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1964, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Alice Pierce as Gladys Kravitz. Age filming, 47 years old. Alice Pierce was the original actress who portrayed Gladys Kravitz on Bewitched when the show first premiered in 1964. Her portrayal of Gladys was iconic for being both quirky and endearing. As the Stephens' overly curious and suspicious neighbor, Gladys constantly found herself convinced that something strange and magical was happening at the Stephens' house. She would frequently witness bizarre events, usually caused by Samantha's magical powers, and attempt to convince her husband, Abner, and the other neighbors that something was wrong. But no one ever believed her. Unfortunately, Alice Pierce passed away from cancer in 1966 at the age of 48. And Sandra Gould then took over the role of Gladys Kravitz for the remainder of the show's run. Alice Pierce's original portrayal, however, left a lasting impression on fans, making Gladys one of the most memorable characters on Bewitched. Sandra Gould as Gladys Kravitz. Age filming, 48 years old. Sandra Gould played the role of Gladys Kravitz on Bewitched, the nosy and often comically paranoid neighbor who is convinced that something magical is going on at the Stephens' house. Gladys is most known for her obsession with spying on Samantha and Darrin, frequently accusing them of being involved in strange, supernatural activities. Gould took over the role of Gladys in 1966, replacing the original actress, Alice Pierce. After Pierce's passing, she died July 20, 1999 at age of 82. Elizabeth Montgomery as Samantha Stephens. Age filming, 31 years old. With her enchanting nose twitch and signature pointed eyebrows, Elizabeth Montgomery performed her magic starring as Samantha. The role earned her 5 Emmy and 4 Golden Globe nominations. After almost a decade of laughs on Bewitched, Montgomery shifted toward more serious roles, for which she continued to collect Emmy nominations. In the latter half of the 1970s, Montgomery played a victim of rape in A Case of Rape, accused and acquitted murderer Lizzie Borden in The Legend of Lizzie Borden and a pioneer woman in The Awakening Land. Montgomery was married 4 times, first to socialite Frederick Gallatin Cameron and then to actor Gig Young. Before tying the knot with Asher, the pair had 3 children and divorced in 1973. She then married actor Robert Foxworth. Montgomery died from colon cancer in 1995 at age 62. George Tobias as Abner Kravitz. Age filming, 63 years old. George Tobias played the iconic role of Abner Kravitz on Bewitched, where he was the long-suffering husband of the nosy and suspicious Gladys Kravitz. Abner's character was always the calm, rational, and level-headed counterpart to his wife's high-strung personality and wild conspiracy theories. February 27, 1980 at age of 78. Agnes Moorehead as Endora. Age filming, 64 years old. She gained acclaim playing Samantha's mother, the mischievous witch Endora. Agnes Moorehead had a decades-long acting career before Bewitched. In 1948, she even became the first woman to co-host the Oscars. 2 years after Bewitched, Moorehead died of uterine cancer at age 73. She believed that she developed the disease while filming The Conqueror in 1956. Of the John Wayne movie's 220 cast and crew members, 91 were diagnosed with cancer. Moorehead was married twice, to actors John Griffith Lee and Robert Gist. She divorced both. Dick York as Darrin Stephens. Age filming. 36 years old. Dick York was the first actor to play Samantha's mortal husband, the so often distraught Darrin Stephens. York starred in the first 5 seasons of Bewitched before sustaining injuries on set due to the show's emphasis on physical comedy. After he passed out from pain and suffered an epileptic seizure while filming, York left the show for good. In the early 1980s, York went back to acting briefly, gaining 2 television credits. In his final years, York founded Acting for Life, a charity to help the homeless and others in need. The Los Angeles Times reported. The TV dad was also a father in real life. York had 3 children with his wife, Joan Alt. York passed away on February 20, 1992, after battling emphysema for years. He was 63. Dick Sargent as Darrin Stephens. Age filming. 34 years old. Known professionally as Dick Sargent, Richard Stanford Cox joined the show in its 6th season, taking over for Dick York. He became the new face of Darrin Stephens. Sargent continued to work in film following the end of Bewitched. His credits include crime drama hardcore and the sci-fi horror film parts, The Clonus Horror. In 1984, he became a TV dad again, playing a widowed father in the sitcom Down to Earth. At the same time, Sargent advocated for Christian Children's Fund, Special Olympics, World Hunger, AIDS Project Los Angeles and the American Foundation for AIDS Research. The actor sadly passed away from prostate cancer on July 8, 1994. He was 64. Aaron and Diane Murphy as Tabitha Stephens. Remember the baby from Bewitched? Well, she's all grown up, now 61 years old. Twin sisters Aaron and Diane Murphy first played Tabitha, the Stephens' daughter, at age 2, though they started off sharing the role during Bewitched's 2nd season. Aaron later took over as the sisters began to diverge in appearance. However, at 8 years old, Aaron went back to a normal childhood in California and didn't return to acting for decades. Aaron has 2 children with her first husband Terry Rogers, 1 with her second husband Eric Eden and 3 more with her current husband, Darren Dunkel. Aaron eventually returned to the screen in 2010, serving as a TV host and appearing in some reality TV, including Craft Lab and Rumor Has It. David White as Larry Tate. Age filming. 48 years old. Though not the first Bewitched cast member that comes to mind, David White lasted all 8 seasons as Darrin's boss. Advertising executive Larry Tate. After Bewitched, White appeared in several TV shows and movies over the next decade. White married actress Mary Welch. After they divorced, he married actress Lisa Figgis, from whom he also later split. White had a son with Welch who died at age 33, as well as a daughter with Figgis. White died from a heart attack on November 27, 1990. He was 74. Casey Roger as Louise Tate. Age filming. 39 years old. Casey Rogers portrayed Louise Tate, the second wife of Darrin Stephens' boss, Larry Tate. Louise was a friendly, charming character who had a lot of interactions with Samantha and the magical happenings around her. Though she wasn't involved in magic herself, her role was more down-to-earth compared to the fantastical elements surrounding the Stephens family. She died July 6, 2006 at age 80. Bernard Fox as Dr. Bombay. Age filming. 37 years old. Bernard Fox played Dr. Bombay on Bewitched, one of the most memorable characters on the show. Dr. Bombay was a quirky, eccentric, and often humorous warlock who served as Samantha's magical doctor. He would appear whenever Samantha or one of her family members needed magical assistance, often providing hilarious solutions to their problems. He died the 14th of December 2016 at age 89.